Hey guys, just thought I would do a quick review and share my thoughts on the Eachine's EV008. So far, I brought these, had them about a week, and loving them. They've got a nice feel to them. Straight off the bat, the two antennas that it comes with stock are actually really good. Other models I've had, you normally have to swap these out. Both of these are pretty good. The field I fly at has a few cell towers around, and I've noticed if I turn my head away, the reception gets worse. When I turn it back, it's pretty good, which shows that this patch antenna is doing its job. Yeah, as I said, these have got a general good feel for them. Rather than having the foam, this has actually got a bit of cushion, and these two pads here are actually really good and comfortable. The reason they're so thick is because this has got an inbuilt battery, so the weight is quite heavy at the front here, so it does pull down like that a little bit on your face, so these bits are needed. But in saying that, I used to have the Kylans, and these I think are lighter and more comfortable. There is quite a big nose piece here that does let in a bit of light leakage, but I've found that has not been a problem once flying. Didn't really notice it at all. In fact, sometimes it's quite good if you put your goggles on and then need to reach down and get your radio, you can actually see through that gap. So I've actually found it quite handy. Yeah, moving on, it's a 3-strap, so over your head and the sides. There's nothing to go on the straps because the battery is internal, as I said. Alright, going through the buttons here. Might be easier if I just take the aerials off for a second. Yeah, okay, over here you have a search button. I found the search button isn't actually that good. It's the auto scan basically. It doesn't seem to pick up the right frequency you're actually on. What it tends to do is first pick up the closest station. So let's say I was flying F2. It would pick up B2 and lock onto that, which isn't actually the right channel, and you'd find that you would get a few little lines through the image and stuff. So it's better, you're better off to actually use this channel band button, which I will show you in a second. You got your little status light here that'll tell you if it's on or not. It goes green when it's on. Your memory card, because this model has DVR. Source menu, so this is how you get through the menus, which I'll show you later. Power on, hold that for 3 seconds, turns on. Here you got your channel and your band, and then you've got a button over here where you push this once and you take a picture, push and hold it for like 3 seconds, release, and you'll see a little flashing red icon in the top corner to tell you you are recording. The other good thing about these is if you buy them and then buy better goggles later on, you can actually split them in half. And it's a ground station, which is what this little screw thread is for the bottom, so you can mount it to a tripod. Okay, I'll just put the antennas back on, and I will turn it back on in a second. Okay, we're back. Put the antennas back on, and now basically I'll show you what it looks like in here. 1, 2, 3, let that go, and we are on. I found it's quite a nice clear screen. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but you'll see there is an on-screen display up there, which you cannot turn off. So if you do have on-screen display from your quadcopter, either the camera or another means of on-screen display, you probably will need to move these down, because you cannot remove this on-screen display in here. While I'm talking about it, you'll see the battery up here. That one starts with 3 cells full. Once all 3 are gone, it does still run. So once the battery is completely empty, you are still flying, but then it will turn off without a moment's notice. It will just turn off and shut down. You'll get a black screen. So I personally would advise to fly that until the 3rd cell goes, then bring it in and land, and use this little adapter that you get with it, which takes a 3S, plug it in, and you can fly again. Okay, moving along, this I'll show you on the top, the source button. Now if you push the source button and hold it down, you'll see it's got the menu. Then you continue to push the source button and you can scroll through your various options. To change any of those options, this is when you come over to your channel plus and minus. If you push it once, it'll go down. If you push and hold it, it'll reverse. And this is the next thing where I'll tell you about. The memory card I use here is a SanDisk Ultra. I found that it's a bit weird, but this is what I use for my GoPro because it's a very good quality card. In this particular model, it doesn't let you play back. When you go into the DVR to try and play back, it's the first menu now, so you push the channel button, get up, push the channel button to go into the DVR. I just get that, so unfortunately I can't read Japanese, so anyone who can read Japanese, could you please put it down in the comments below as to what that actually is telling me. Because if I put in a different memory card from another camera I've got that's not as good a quality, I do get playback on these goggles perfectly. But this memory card just doesn't seem to like it. But it has no problem actually recording the footage. So basically now if you push the button with the on symbol on it, that will get you out of the menu. It's always like a return to home menu. Alright, I'll just plug it in so you can actually see it with a quad and see what it looks like. Okay, now this is a good, it'll show you how to do it. I fly A1 on this. So the easiest way I find is you push the channel button and you will see that it's showing the channels now. So if you just keep pushing it, you can go through to 1. Then if you push and hold it, it will change over to the bands. And it's as simple as that. I found that's a lot easier than if you push the scan button here. And you'll see it is now locked into A2, but it's locked in. And it wasn't that good, you could see on the window reflection there. And it's also locked into B7. And again, you can see it's quite jittery, so you're a lot better off to put it down to the channel, which is really easy to change, then push and hold and go through to A, and then now I'm on my channel. By far the easiest way to do it. So now if I wanted to say take a picture, I could just push that once. Okay, so to take a picture, if I push that once, it'll push a picture. If I want to actually, you'll see a little icon come up here. If I just push it for a second, that means it's taking a picture. And if record, I will push and hold 1, 2, 3, and you'll now see there's the little blinking red light, and it is recording. Then to stop recording, you just simply push this button again, it'll stop recording. Another thing I've found that's really actually good with these goggles is if I suddenly lost power, it will save my recording, which I've had in other models that doesn't not the case. It would delete your footage basically. Okay, so overall I think these are a really nice wee goggle actually. They are currently my goggles I am using. I'm also doing I've just bought the Eachine V006, and I'm going to try those as well and see if they are going to be better with these because they look really small and light. But so far, even if I do change, I can use these as a ground station, which is, so you're not wasting any money in buying these. What do you get in the pack? Obviously you get your goggles, you get your lead here, which is 3S, that can plug it into power it. You get a cloth for wiping it, charger for charging, is a proprietary plug, which is one other thing that I think is potentially a negative. It would be quite nice to plug in just put a USB on there, I think. Also, sorry, I forgot to mention, this has also got audio out and AV in on the side, and you get the AV in adapter. An ordinary 3.5mm headphone jack plugs in there just fine. You also get a little bag, drawstring bag to keep them in. and the instruction manual, which is basically very basic. It does show you the screen resolution, which I have forgot to mention. It says here that it is 800 by 400. Basically, I think the screen's very nice. I used to have the Kylins, and compared to that screen, this is much clearer and brighter. I've had no reception issues or anything. So, if you'd like a pair, I'll put a link in the description below. I got mine from Banggood. And I will leave you with some DVR footage showing how well they work, flying through trees and stuff. Okay, cool. Thanks for watching.
I give in to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I give in to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. Weakness comes and goes, it goes, it goes. My weakness echoes in my soul.